Time to watch some comedians playing some games, all hosted by some bloke called James. It's more entertaining than it sounds. It's time for a board game Smackdown.
Comedian Jenny Collier. The performing nerd himself, Tom Crosbie. Comedian and Twitch streamer Mary Flanigan. Actual board game designer Michael Fox. And comedian and cartoonist Paul Savage.
Hello, players.
Hi, James.
Hi, James.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, lovely to see you. Lovely to see our returning players and our new player, Idle Michael, Twitch streamer extraordinaire. Thank you so much for joining us in this game of Secret Hitler.
Thank you for having me.
Slightly problematic title for the game. 3 of the players are liberals. Look at their lovely liberal faces.
Hello. I'm one of them for sure.
I'm her there.
Yeah.
That's me.
I'm the one with the glasses and the mustache, I think.
You don't lie, Crosby. I am the one with the glasses, and I have more facial hair than you.
Well, that is true.
One player is just a straight up fascist. One player is not only a fascist, but is actual lizard Hitler, as you can see. Game designers rolling back their choice of title there. Let's not use an actual picture of Hitler in it. Let's use a friendly lizard. So what is that? A Komodo dragon? What do you think?
T-Rex.
I think it's Barney the early years.
Barney the radicalized horror.
It all went downhill in the 90s.
Yeah, they just Barney's been cancelled after shocking pictures from his youth show up.
Exactly. I feel a bit bad for lizards, really. They didn't ask for this, but there you go. But the thing is, the fascists know who each other are, and therefore the fascists know who Hitler is. The liberals only know that they are liberal. It's a bit like the resistance. The gameplay is slightly different. How it works is in each round, there is a president, and that just rotates. And the president nominates a chancellor, which would be one of the other players, and then everyone will secretly vote whether to accept or reject that pairing of the president and chancellor, because they are the ones who are going to potentially enact some policies. The liberals want to enact as many liberal policies as they can, and they go on this liberal policy board here. Ooh. They get all the way to 5, then they win the game. I think
we create a socialist utopia.
Yay! So that's not going to happen, is it? Mm-hmm. And also because the policy deck from which we will be drawing policies contains 11 fascist policies and only 6 liberal ones. So getting 5 of them onto the board is going to be tricky. The fascists will be trying to enact as many fascist policies as possible, and they will go on this board here. If they can enact 6 fascist policies, then they win the game. But it may not get to that because after 3 fascist policies are enacted, if Hitler can somehow be elected chancellor, the fascists will win. If, however, 4 or 5 fascist policies are enacted, the government will be given more powers that might help also the liberals, because then the president will be able to assassinate a player. And if Hitler is assassinated, then the liberals win the game.
Go on, the liberals. This is the liberal future that we all want.
Yeah. So much for the tolerant left. Assassinate people. Because they say, don't they? It's like a test of morality. Isn't it? If you could travel back in time, would you kill baby Hitler?
Baby lizard Hitler?
Baby lizard Hitler? Would you stamp on the eggs?
Just make his eggs cold.
No, in the net. No, but that's the morality question. If you could travel back in time, would you kill baby Hitler?
Isn't the argument that if you pull that someone like that from the fabric of history, there's sort of the circumstances that created Hitler, a vacuum would be formed, something else perhaps worse.
Are you saying you wouldn't kill Hitler? Because that sounds like a pretty fascist thing to.
Sounds like Hitler talk to me.
No. I was about to say, like, what about trying to get him to be raised in like a really nice way so he doesn't go bad? That sounds even fascister because I'm like, give him a really nice childhood, and it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He might
Be really nice to baby Hitler.
Yeah. What tomorrow belongs to him.
Why don't you take Hitler with you back to the future and then just see if he becomes future Hitler as well?
Yeah. Or get Hitler, see if you can take him to the under the sea dance. Or something. I do take Mary's.
Sorry, this is where I do the big reveal that my real name is Michael J. Fox. So feel free to do any and all Back to the Future jokes, whether they involve Hitler or not.
Okay. Well, I may do some jokes, and you may not like them, but your kids are going to love them.
Well done. Congratulations.
I absolutely take Mary's point, though, about it could leave a vacuum that would lead to something worse than Hitler. But as we know from the internet, worse than Hitler is just someone who disagrees with you online. So I think that's fine. We can all cope with that. Right. So we're going straight into the first round. And Paul Savage, you are the president in this first round. So you need to nominate someone to be your chancellor. Now, obviously, you want to pass some liberal policies here, so you want your chancellor to be as liberal as possible. Who would like to make their case to be Paul's chancellor?
I'm a considerate person who does not want to kill babies, but also takes a long view of history. I'm a practical person. I like to leave it all in the field. I've been trained hard. I want to go out there and do my coach proud. Go Red Sox.
I, of course, am new to all of you. Do you know if I can be trusted? Do you know if I can't be trusted? Only I can prove that to you by A, being given a position of responsibility, and B, enacting the liberal policy that we not only need, but we want and we desire.
Almost a proper political speech from Michael.
Yeah, the only thing that let him down was doing the pointing with a finger rather than the pressed thumb.
For this, yeah. It's a rookie mistake.
Yeah. Kind of rookie mistake a fascist would make.
No!
They're well known for their rookie mistakes, aren't they?
Those incompetent fascists.
Honestly, why invade Russia in the winter?
Mm-hmm. They never learn.
Rookie mistake.
Rusky mistake.
Hey,
there's the line.
They can't all be good, but you've got to admire the speed. Jenny and Tom.
I am uber liberal, as you heard me just say that I would give Hitler a nice childhood. That's how much I just want things to be nice for everybody. And I'm a liberal because I want you to know that I'm a liberal because if I was not liberal, I would be having such a horrible time right now. My hands would be drenched, and I don't really understand the game. So if I was a fascist and didn't understand the game, I would be having a horrible time. But as it is, I'm just like, I don't really understand, but I'm a liberal, so it's okay.
I can confirm as someone that's played many deception games with Jen, that she does keep a towel next to her when she's lying, just to dry off her hands. It's genuinely concerning. But actually, I would like to point out I am the only one here whose middle name is Liberal. And as such, I would like to put myself forward for the post of Chancellor, and I promise not to enact any fascist policies if given the chance.
Okay. All right. So, Paul, who would you like to nominate as your chancellor?
I am going to go for Mary because she's dead. Look at that face. How can you say no? She can't be chancellor.
Judging someone by their appearance, traditionally a very fascist thing to do.
Yeah. Not happy at that.
But yes, you'll notice I didn't go for the blonde-haired, blue-eyed lady. So,
Okay.
It's not real.
You're just trying to look like one of them. I get it.
Just blend in. That's what they do.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. So the Paul is nominating Mary to be Chancellor. So for the Paul/Mary ticket, what you need to do, guys, is message me either the word "ja" or "nein," depending on whether you want to accept that combination, and I will tell you the votes. It's simple majority takes it. If the team votes no, then the presidency will pass on to Tom, and he will nominate a chancellor, and we will vote again. If that happens 3 times in a row, 3 no votes in a row, then whatever the top policy of the deck is will be enacted. Ooh. And bearing in mind, this deck is mostly fascist. It's a bit like it's a bit like the over 65s.
There you go. Yeah, there's the line.
It's unanimous yas for the Paul Mary Dream ticket. Okay.
Yas Queen.
Yeah.
The game says that all decisions and things can be discussed and everything, apart from the bit we're about to do now, which is the very dry choosing the cards thing.
I mean, so, we are allowed to discuss it afterwards, right?
Yes, afterwards we can do it, but we have to go through the process bit, and in order to try and do it quite quickly, we'll do that. So what I'm going to do, Paul, is I'm going to send you the top 3 cards of this deck. I will label them card A, card B, card C, and then all you have to do is say out loud which card letter you want to discard. Okay, the other 2 will be passed to Mary for her to choose from. Okay.
You're also supposed to keep a complete poker face through this bit, right?
Yeah. You're not allowed to give anything away. So
allegedly.
You just basically say A, B, or C, Paul, which I've sent you the message now.
Discard B, please.
It's discarding B. Mary, I'm going to send you the other 2 cards, and then I want you to tell me which card you want to enact.
A.
I can reveal that the first policy being enacted by the government is a liberal policy.
Yay!
What?
So that's
time.
Right, so now,
in our time.
First question, Mary, what cards were you given the choice of?
A liberal one and a fascist one.
Paul, can you confirm?
I can. I was given 2 fascist and 1 liberal, and then I took a fascist one out because I'm lovely.
Paul, what was the liberal policy that you've just enacted?
I said that everyone gets free strudel, and that you can have your choice of custard or cream.
And I would like to say that this government has been accused of being in the pocket of big strudel, but we are delivering strudel to the country that won it. The opposition needs to consider that this is a popular policy that I stand by, and I back my president completely.
It's basically universal basic strudel.
Yeah.
Yes.
UBS.
For everyone,
UBS.
regardless of who they
Just
are.
a basic level of living strudel.
Yes.
Oh, and there'll be a cream that Jenny can have, because in real life Jenny can't have cream or custard. But you can have the strudel.
Goat strudel. Perfect.
Yeah, goat.
Have it
Strudel.
with ketchup. Or...
Sorry, goat strudel just sounds so.
It's the worst thing I've heard. Yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah. And we're playing Secret Hitler, and that's the worst thing you've heard. Will the strudel be means tested at all?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Strudel for all.
Glad to hear it. Excellent. So that's the first round done. Brilliant. The presidency passes over to Tom. Mary is term limited as Chancellor, so cannot be Chancellor in this round.
No.
Fair. Which is a shame, because Mary's about the one person that I trusted, because Paul could have been a fascist and been given 2 liberals and a fascist policy, knowing that Mary would, I don't know, it doesn't matter.
Can I just add a quick admin thing here? The policies that were discarded go into a discard pile. So if indeed he did discard a liberal policy, that would be in the discard pile now, and that's not coming out for a little bit.
Yeah, because they do cycle through, yeah?
But they will cycle through, but it'll be bottom of the pile potentially.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Pick your
yes,
chancellor,
yes,
Tom.
yes,
Come
yes,
on.
yes.
Let's get these
all right,
policies
you know
going.
what? Let's speed it up. I'm just going to go straight for Jen. I
I was
trust.
going to say, look how dry as well. So
I
I didn't
trust-
even absolutely dry as a bone.
I want to say that's
Even
not
your
to say that I
picture.
trust Jen. I just think we need more information about her.
What's
All
your
right.
sign?
All right, so let's vote then, guys. It's President Tom is nominating Chancellor Jenny Collier. Please message me the word "ya" or "9." I can reveal that, like the first round, it's a unanimous "ya" for the Tom Jenny ticket. So, and this is the we go into Poker Face Town now. So I'm getting the top 3 cards from the deck. Again, it'll be card A, Cardi B.
Wet ass policies.
Oh God!
I wasn't going to keep any of this bit in the show, but that is such a good joke that I'm going to.
Thank you. I feel good amongst professionals. We get such a claim.
Why? Who else is in your room? All right, Tom Crosbie, I've just sent you what the 3 cards are. Which one would you like to discard, please?
Card C.
All right, card C has been discarded, which means, Jenny, you're going to get card A and B, and all you have to say is which one you want to enact.
Which one I want to enact? So the one that
The one that you want, card A or card B. Yeah, I mean, you can just say out loud, but thanks for sending me the message as well.
Oh, hey.
All right. Card A, I can reveal that the second policy being enacted by the government is another Liberal policy.
Yeah, baby.
Tom, you were the president. What was that Liberal policy?
Puppies for everyone.
Yay.
I believe everyone should be given puppies, or at least free access to puppies, and it can be on prescription as well, which is quite nice.
Even those allergic to dogs.
Especially those allergic to dogs. Fuck them. Weed them out.
Samoyeds. They're anti-histamine dogs. No, not hypoallergenic.
I mean, you want to talk about? I'm stocked up to the eyeballs.
That's just one day's worth.
Just there guzzling them down. Like,
okay, so what a wonderful 1930s Germany you're building, guys, with free strudel and puppies for all.
It's almost like we're really there. I can tell you, I was given 3 Liberal policies, so it didn't matter which one I got rid of, and it also didn't matter which one Jen didn't have a choice either. So it's told us nothing about either of us. Yay!
Well, I didn't have a choice. I had both Liberal A and B, and so I was like, great. So I get to just it doesn't matter which one I get. But I don't obviously know if Tom's telling the truth. But also the one, so I enacted A, but then B, the Liberal one. Does that go back to the bottom of the pile, or does that come in? Is that still in the
It's in the discard pile. If we make it our way through the rest of the pile looks like that right now. With it's got 11 cards in it right now. So
of which I
sorry,
think
James,
2 Liberal policies remaining.
How many Liberal policies are in the deck?
6.
6.
Yes.
Right. So yeah. So in that case, if Paul's telling the truth, there's only 1 left until we go back around in the cycle. Because I got 3. Paul started with 2. And if there's 6 total.
I thought Paul said he started with 1.
I started.
He started with 1.
Yeah,
sorry.
because
Then I sit corrected. There were 2 left. We're all good.
So there are 2
That's the kind
left,
of lying I
and
expect from a fascist.
There are 2 left.
That's the kind of squinty-eyed staring I'd expect from a fascist.
There's 2 left in the next 4 rounds. Just enact them, and then when one of the discard ones comes round again, enact that, and the Liberals will win. Easy this game, isn't it? I don't know all the fusses about. Mary, you are the president. You cannot nominate Jenny because she is term limited. So, has anyone got any a case to make to Mary for being the Chancellor?
not a case to make, but just from a mathematical point of view, everybody be aware that it's highly likely that 3 bad ones will come up. I realize that saying that casts me in a bad light.
You bloody fascist, sowing the seeds before you've even enacted the policies.
I mean, to be fair, that is the kind of practical thinking that I look for in my Chancellor, so I will take that as your stamp page. Paul, we rode high to Strudel Heaven. I'll take it together. What's your pitch?
Well, what I could have done this morning, I realised, was do my hair this way and shave into a Hitler moustache, and I didn't, because even though it would be quite funny, I do have work on Wednesday. Starting a job, probably don't go in as Hitler. But
well, it depends what the job is, really.
Yeah, if it's like, Nazi Chancellor of Germany in 1936, then it's ideal.
Yeah, and I didn't do that, which proves that I'm a lovely person and therefore should be Chancellor.
So everyone who doesn't intentionally make themselves look like Hitler on a daily basis is a lovely person.
There you go.
It's a real problem, because that is naturally the way my face wants to go. I didn't.
Concerning.
I have to sell this out, so, yeah.
Tom.
Hello.
Do you want to be Chancellor?
I'm all right. I'll wait my time. I'm happy to listen. In a fair liberal economy, I believe that everyone should get a turn. I think it's perfectly fair. But I'll take Chancellor if it's going. But I don't like the pressure, because I think Michael's maths adds up, and there is a fair chance we're just going to get 3 fascist policies, and I don't want the blame.
Well, then the choice for me is clear.
It's very much like when Theresa May took over as Prime Minister, isn't it? It's
Poison chalice.
Nobody wants this job, because it's just fascist policies in the deck.
I don't think we should be allowed to use terms like stabbed in the back or poison chalice about politics unless they are not metaphors. The Tory leadership is a poison chalice. Good. Like the end of
Indiana Jones and the Temple. Yeah.
Last Crusade.
Last Crusade. Beg your pardon. Beg your
Imagine
pardon.
Theresa May's face just melting off.
Mixing up my Indianas.
Simpler time.
Michael, you are my Chancellor.
Okay, so it's the Mary Michael Dream Team being put forward by President Mary. So please message me the words ja or nein, whether you approve or disapprove of that ticket. I can tell you that ya's to the left.
Not unanimous.
Were 4, and nines to the right 1. So yes, one voted no.
Crosbie.
But it only has to be a majority. So it's still happening. It's still happening. I can tell you that the third policy being passed by the government is a fascist policy.
Quelle surprise.
The math worked out.
Hey, someone's speaking French. All right. But Mary, you're the president. What was the fascist policy that was just passed?
The fascist policy was that you do get the free strudel and you do get the puppy dogs, but the puppy dogs do have to work in the strudel mines. They are not paid, but the thing is, in this country, everyone has to, commit, and we're all united. And if that means that some people are down the mines, working from dawn till dusk, carving the raw living strudel out of the belly of the earth, then that's just the kind of thing that we need in this country. And honestly, I salute them, but I don't want to touch them or look at them.
Very good fascist policy. And the presidency passes to Jenny Collier. President Jenny.
Sorry. Can we ask what the cards? I'm assuming they were 3 fascist policies.
I received 2.
3.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that Mary didn't hand Michael a liberal and a fascist policy, and Michael just...
No.
I wouldn't be that bad.
The Mary Michael Dream Team.
Turned into something of a nightmare.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just sort of sitting here, as the master of the economy, just sort of counting cards left, right, and centre, going, okay, probability numbers, things, So yeah,
well,
I will not lead you astray.
Well, if you end up on the winning team, we'll be off to Vegas with you and we'll test your
Sweet.
card counting.
Let's go.
Right, Jenny, you're the president. You cannot nominate Michael to be Chancellor. He is term limited. But you can nominate Paul and Tom and Mary, who have all been. Everyone's had a go in power now, which is quite nice. Quite nice.
And none of us went mad with it.
Haven't you? So, if anyone wants to make their case for Jenny, or Jenny, if you just want to say who you want to nominate, it's up to you.
Anybody want to make their case? Because I don't know.
Jenny, listen, this country needs some strong female energy, some BFE, that big fanny energy. And if we get, I should be on your ticket because it's a sisterhood thing. Let's get the matriarchy going. Come on, babe.
The thing is, I don't think this round is going to help me clear it up very much because it's going to be a load of fascist cards again. And I a little bit don't trust Mary.
Oh, see, now that's Jen and Michael that have both been sowing those seeds.
Now, I've only been president and only enacted liberal policies, whereas Mary was both my chancellor and president and did one fascism.
I had no choice. My hands were tied.
She did a fascism.
So I would like to be chancellor and do no fascisms. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Jenny might not give you a choice, Paul. That's the only problem there.
No.
I might not be able to give you a choice. I'm going to... it's too hard, but I'm going to go with Paul because he's done a liberal so far, but then if I pick him now, then if he does a fascism when he doesn't need to, then I'll find out and then I'll know that he's... And then I can shoot him?
Not quite yet.
Just
the game.
Roll round his house with weaponry,
Okay. I'm going to go
just worry
Paul.
how long we've been friends and how quickly she went to. And I can shoot him. I can shoot him straight away. I'm allowed to shoot.
Just a little red dot appears on Paul's head in his head.
Okay, so the ticket being put forward is Jenny and Paul. Please vote, yeah or nein. Left and right have connotations, so I'm going to use different directions, I think, here. I'm going to say yas to the up, 4, nines to the down, 1. So again, one person voted against, but majority rules, and Jenny and Paul ticket has been accepted. I can tell you that the fourth policy being enacted is a fascist policy.
It's Jen. It's fucking Jen.
Can I just say, can I please just say, I want you to know that usually I would have to reiterate the rules when I'm picking the card. I would have had to go, and so I'm telling you the one I want to discard. I'd like to reconfirm these things. And when I get 3 fascists, I was just like, got rid. Because they're all the same, so it's like it doesn't even matter.
I've seen Jen do this before. It's all I don't understand the game. Bullshit. She's a fascist.
Well, Tom Crosbie is famously a mind magician, and he's just making you think this. But I'm innocent. I'm dry as a bone. There's an echo there. I just heard myself saying dry as a bone. That was disgusting. But it's really like. I could do some rock climbing and I'd be fine. So
Jenny has chopped dry hands, but is Tom playing us like a Rubik's Cube? Is he sliding?
Yes. He's manipulating us.
Our little squares are being shifted around.
Listen, I'm just saying, Jen. I'm assuming you got 3 fascist policies, and I mean, how many cards are left in the deck now? 5.
5.
And there are 2 liberal policies allegedly. I'm not buying it.
Has anyone noticed, by the way, that 3 of us are in blue and 3 of us are in red?
Oh.
I'm in pink, actually.
I beg your pardon. I sincerely beg your pardon, and I take it back, and I'll leave the game. Goodbye.
Genuinely, I honestly believe it is those 2 as well.
I mean, those 2.
You two.
I think it's Tom and Michael, because Tom brought in Michael knowing that he was going to be his
The metagaming of it all.
Okay, fine. If you want metagaming, I think it took James an extra moment to do the admin when Michael turned up, because not only did he have to message Michael his role, he also had to message his partner in crime to let him know. No,
you already knew, because presumably both the fascists know who the other one is. So you're like, Andy couldn't join us, so I'll get my friend Michael. I already know that he's a fascist in real life.
I know him from the beer hall.
Actually, sorry, James, that is a good question. You mentioned that the fascists know who each other are.
They do.
Yes.
Oh, very interesting. Very good, Tom. Oh, is that right? Oh, you know all the rules. You know how many cards are left. I'm not buying you. It's Tom and Michael.
First of all, can I
shoot them both now?
I think half of that is right, Jen.
I don't like this. I'm very uncomfortable with this.
Oh, hello. Side cameras on.
Getting serious. That's how seriously I'm taking this.
It's like in TV Burp, that, when Harry Hilton says
very odd. I wasn't a fan of that. That was concerning and strange to me.
Jenny, what was the fascist policy, by the way, that was just enacted?
I was hoping I wasn't going to have to even think of one of these. First of all, I would also like to apologise to Michael for calling you fascist in real life. I don't know you. I'm sorry about that.
Happens surprisingly often.
I was like, my pits are getting a bit damp now because I just said a terrible thing. So I'm sorry about that. Now, what's the policy? I was hoping I wouldn't have to think of one of these. Burning the puppies to fuel houses. I don't know.
Wow.
What?
Jesus.
But it's not.
Tom, how could you make her do that?
That escalated so much. Okay, right. Some admin things to let you know about before we head into the next round, round 5. As it stands, the Liberals have enacted 2 policies of the 5 they need to win. The Fascists have enacted 2 policies of the 6 they need to win. If the next,
we're closer.
Yeah,
there's a
What are you saying, we, Tom?
Yeah, he means Liberals because he knows how to phrase it, but he also, I'm not having.
I've had this. I get this problem so often, right? Just because I like board games and I take them seriously and I want to win and I start thinking about maths and such, suddenly I'm the bad guy.
Excuse me,
James. I'm never playing your games again.
As the person who introduced the concept of maths into this, and as I believe the only professionally published board game designer here, I think Tom's a Nazi.
Can I just say as well? Tom quite often will do a little thing where, like, he'll say things like, "Oh, if I'm wearing a hat, I'm the murderer," and he'll put a hat on, and still miraculously doesn't get found. And then what he's done in this game, I've just realised one of these little tricksy little things. He's put liberal in inverted commas because it's going to be so hilarious when he's Hitler.
Yeah.
So I'm really strongly Tom as Hitler.
I do not trust this Tom Crosbie.
I think this coordinated attack between Jenny and Michael is concerning to me.
I think Michael's a fascist as well. I think it's the 2 of them.
Jen, you happy?
But only in real life.
Sorry, James, you had some admin.
No, yes, this is what he's doing. He's writing fascist now. Come on.
Wait.
What? Has Tom just outed himself, or is he putting that in inverted commas? What?
Apparently, no matter what I put as my middle name, it doesn't count. Like I'm a fascist, apparently. Also,
well, what's your actual middle name, Tom?
It's a trade secret.
Well, then
Tom a trade secret.
He's got lots of middle names: Frederick, Arnold, Charles, Ian, Stephen, Tom again.
Fascist is what you've just spelled, but okay. Right. If the next policy enacted is a fascist one, a couple of things are going to happen. First of all, the president, whoever the president is of this round, will get to look at the next 3 cards in the deck. So they will know the next 3 cards going into the following round, if the next policy is fascist. Also, that will mean there will be 3 fascist policies which means if Hitler is nominated, if Hitler is elected Chancellor, the fascists automatically win. If the next policy is fascist. Michael is the president in round 5.
Michael, I am asking, nay, begging you for the chance to prove myself not a fascist.
Is this the beginning of the Tom Crosbie redemption arc?
I'd like to think so.
I can't think of a less good person to do it than electing Hitler when we would lose if Hitler was elected.
Not on this round.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen on this round.
Not on this round.
It would happen in future. If
potentially it could happen in the future.
And then he'd be locked out. So I would reckon we elect Tom, who is Hitler, now.
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
Wait,
so he's
hang
locked
on.
out for the future? Is that right?
Well, for the next, whoever is Chancellor cannot be Chancellor in the next round.
Mary,
I would like
how
to
about
be
you?
Chancellor because when I put my head down like this, it looks like I've got 2 pom-poms in my hair.
It does a bit.
And you know, we now have this Northern Ireland link. We have this thing. You know,
that's why people link up in Northern Ireland, just 2 fists bumping against each other. That's that feels appropriate.
I think okay. Jen's going to immediately say, "Oh, well, of course, Michael's going to choose Tom because they're both fascists."
I think we should pick. I think we should go with Tom as. Oh no, you what? I think so. You're trying to pick who you go with, and I kind of want you to pick Tom so that he doesn't get to be Chancellor next. So is it the second? Has Tom been Chancellor before?
No.
And so it's whoever gets made if you're Hitler and you get made Chancellor, then you've won.
In the future,
Not yet.
Not yet.
So if 3 fascist policies are enacted, then if Hitler gets made Chancellor, then the Liberals pass.
Jen, you're throwing an awful lot of accusations left, right, and centre for someone who has projecting an air, perhaps, of confusion into the game.
I was going to say,
you are raising my alarm bells.
Jen does seem to be deflecting a lot.
I'm like, is it Tom and Mary? I don't know.
All right,
okay,
Mary. Next time I'm going to choose you, but this time I'm going to choose Crosbie because I want to see what he's like. I want to see the color of his money.
Okay. And also, if Tom, if this does pass, then everyone will have had a go at both jobs. So please,
that's nice, isn't it?
Please message me a yeah or nine whether you accept this ticket of Michael President, Tom as Chancellor. Okay, I can. It's unanimous. Yes, everyone wants to see this dream ticket happen.
Yikes!
Did we just sleepwalk into fascism?
I sincerely hope not.
I think I saw Sleepwalk into Fascism live a few years ago.
Yeah, those are Sporting Sparks. It's great.
I can tell you that the 5th policy to be enacted by the government is a liberal policy.
Oh,
yeah!
Hooray!
Okay.
Michael, what was that Liberal policy enacted? The Liberal policy was drums for all. Everybody loves a bit of drumming.
That sounds like a fascist policy to me.
Couldn't possibly comment. But maybe you want a little drum, maybe you want a barrel, maybe you want like a nice Brazilian drum for some samba dancing. But whatever drum you want, we, the government, the Liberal government, will give you the drums that you want and you need.
Yeah. So it's such a liberal thing to have.
Even the dogs get the drums. So.
What's next? Circus skills. Here's some admin-y things that have just occurred. There are only 2 cards left in the policy deck, which means the discard pile and the 2 remaining cards are now shuffled together. Remember, there are 3 liberal policies on the board and 2 fascist policies on the board. So they are not in the pile.
Just to keep a quick eye on the numbers, Michael, how many? What cards were you offered?
I was offered 2 fascist, 1 liberal. I removed 1 fascist, and I gave you the opportunity to either hang yourself or redeem yourself. And you, sir, you redeemed yourself.
Thank you.
I still don't trust you, though.
What chance have I? Why? I've done nothing wrong. I have done nothing wrong.
And you know where I heard that last time? Nuremberg.
That was the last time you heard someone say, I've done nothing wrong.
Yeah, no, long time ago. Yeah. I was at Nuremberg Toy Fair last year and was like,
Okay, so Paul, you're president again.
Hey!
You're getting another go.
Enjoy your second term.
You cannot nominate the newly potentially redeemed Tom.
Oh, I now trust Tom as well.
But you can nominate one of the other 3, Michael or Jenny or Mary, to be your chancellor. You chose Mary last time.
Yeah, it was a great team. I liked it. I think that I've got the information I needed from Mary, that she's a cool liberal person. And that was the information I was checking there when my reaction there when she said that. Okay, she seems to. I am going to pick Jen now to find out more information about her.
Okay.
We love a president who supports women. This is great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what I was actually doing there when I was picking Jen was looking at Tom's eyes.
I think we're all
so shifty.
We're all falling into those little baby blues. Just
The Liberals, of course, only required 2 more policies to win the game. So do you feel this is
James? That's an uphill struggle.
Yeah. It is with that attitude.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, ever since Barry pointed it out, all I can see is that there are 3 of us wearing blue and 2 of us wearing red, and that is just default.
It's pink, and I've also got blue jean shorts on.
Nice. I am going to go for Jenny Collier because Collier is coal miney person and therefore would be a lovely liberal person for the workers. Okay. So that is what I'm saying. Me and Jen, dream team. We're going to save the planet with our liberalness.
All right, please vote yeah or nine. I can tell you that the yas to the up, 4, 9s to the low, 1.
Crosbie.
But it's
Michael.
It has passed.
Michael.
I'm feeling Michael.
It has passed. So, Paul, I'm going to send you.
That's what fascists would say.
I'm going to send you the 3 policies.
I think 3 people said it, Michael.
3 fascists in this game have said.
No, we're outnumbered. No.
I can tell you that the 6th policy being enacted by the government is a liberal policy.
Nice.
Yes, come on.
So there you go. Liberals 1 policy away from winning the game. Paul, what was that liberal policy, by the way?
It was the trains are going to run on time, even without fascism. Like, we're just going to have lovely trains running on time. Don't need fascism for that. And you also don't need Southwestern Rail. Very specific beef about them yesterday, but that's absolutely fine. I didn't really need to get home for my sister's 40th on time. It's fine, Southwestern. You do you. So yeah, the trains are running on time, guys.
Hooray!
Yay!
Hooray!
Okay. And do you want to? What cards did you get shown, Paul?
I got shown. I got shown two fascist and 1 liberal, and then I sent Jen 1 fascist and 1 liberal, and she chose correctly.
Right.
Okay.
Tom, then you are now president. You cannot nominate Jenny,
No.
chancellor, but you can nominate someone else.
I think I want to nominate Paul. I feel like Paul is trustworthy, and I don't know why.
It's because I'm genuinely
then again,
a lovely man.
I also don't feel like we've heard enough from Mary. So, and I can't nominate Jen, and I don't trust Michael. James, can I nominate you?
Yeah.
No.
That is such a little. A teacher, you're my friend.
That was a little bit, wasn't it? It was a little bit
was.
that.
That was my life, Paul.
that had big. I'm taking my mom to prom energy.
Yeah.
Tom Crosbie's,
I feel like maybe you
2022 show at Edinburgh is going to be called Friends with the Dinner Ladies.
Hey, that's how you get seconds. And let's go, baby.
Is
I know
that-
Michael coming through with the hard facts there.
Yeah.
You want seconds. You say, all right, Janine, how's the husband as a 7-year-old? It's crap.
Yeah. That's how you get that extra strudel. That's how it goes.
Is Friends with Dinner Ladies like Friends with Benefits?
Yeah, but way sexier.
You have the benefit of being friends with the dinner lady.
No, I'm going to nominate Paul, I think.
Excellent.
All right.
A good choice.
So the ticket is Tom as president, Paul as chancellor. Please vote ja or nein. Yas to the north, 4. Nines to the south, 1.
Michael again, probably.
It's him.
Yeah.
Wait, there,
Yeah.
far corner.
Are we gonna have to talk about voting? Like,
Yeah, I think in the actual game, it's public, isn't it?
Well, in some of the versions of the game it is, and the official rules say it's not.
Oh, fair.
okay.
But you can talk about what you voted. Of course, you don't have to tell the truth.
I mean, okay.
I voted yeah. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
Me too.
I
also
voted
voted
no.
yeah, 'cause-
I am the one who
Okay.
said no.
Right,
Because
sorry.
I get the feeling it's the Paul Tom combo. It's the shaking of the head. It's the constant shaking of the head. It's the
It's the constant accusations coming this way.
yeah. It's those little tells.
I think you just went like that,
Nice.
and that's a fascist. See, I'm looking out for all these little tells. Yeah.
Power signal. Dear me.
I can tell you that the 7th policy enacted by the government is a fascist policy.
Classic.
There were.
Classic.
I fucking knew
Classic
this was going to
Crosby.
happen. There were. It was
Classic
3 fascist policies.
And I knew you were going to say that,
That's
Tom.
how. Of course. Oh, what am I going? Oh yeah, fine. It was a liberal policy, and I just threw it in the bin. No, it was. I was given 3 fascist policies. That's how maths works. That's
True.
how this game. That's how this game gets you. It makes the innocent people look guilty. The guilty people can look innocent.
It makes you friends with the dinner ladies. It's all.
Listen, me and Carol had a real thing.
I know, Pat. I know. She was always going to go back with Gary. You knew that.
The age difference was too strong.
All right. Okay. Because that is the 3rd fascist policy, Tom, you are going to get to see the next 3 cards in the deck.
And then choose them all being fascist.
He cannot affect them in any way. He just will know in advance what they are. So I'm sending you that information now.
When you told him that he was going to be able to see the 3 cards, Tom said, "Oh yeah," but he already knew that. Like,
I legitimately, it's written on the board, but when you can't see the board, I don't know it.
Has
All right. So Tom knows. Tom has that information.
it's not written on the board. I don't know.
Also,
has this categorically proven I'm not Hitler?
No.
what has
No.
not proven anything?
Because we've
No.
got 3 on the board. And I'm the
No,
Chancellor.
no, it's
Okay.
from
No.
now on, right?
But I'm not Hitler. I'm not even fascist.
That's what Hitler would say.
That's what Hitler would say.
I've
You
still
know,
got no
I
idea
don't-
what's going on.
I think where this game falls down thematically is that isn't what Hitler would say, is it? Hitler would be like, "Yeah, I'm Hitler."
What up? It's your
That was one of
boy.
his whole things that he used to do.
Yeah. Cult of personality.
Okay,
I
so
don't have a personality to have a cult. So
3 fascist policies have been enacted. So if Hitler is elected chancellor from now on, then the fascists automatically win. If that happens, I will tell you that it has happened. Also, if another fascist policy is enacted, the president at that time must assassinate a player of their choice. If they assassinate Hitler, then the Liberals win. If they assassinate someone who isn't Hitler, then whoever they've assassinated is out of the game and cannot take part in any more votes or be president or chancellor, but can just sit there looking cross.
Haunting like a ghost from beyond.
Yeah. Yes, Mary, you are president. Tom Crosbie knows what the top 3 cards of the deck are. Mary, who would you cannot nominate Paul because he is term limited.
Oh, what? We have such a good team.
So who would you like to take as your chancellor? Does anyone want to make a case?
I'd like to make a case. Tom, do you want to tell us what those top 3 cards were?
Nope, but I do not want to be chancellor. Thank you.
Why don't you want to be chancellor?
Don't like the pressure. Plus, I feel like it would lead to me being assassinated.
All right.
How do people get assassinated? I'm sorry.
It's basically now, if another fascist policy gets enacted, you, if it happens on your watch, get to shoot someone. And I don't want it to be me, thank you.
That is the most British way to ask someone not to shoot you I've ever heard.
Middle classness as self-defense.
Don't shoot, you might say, but not you. I would rather not be shot. Thank you very much.
And you know what? I've never been shot. Calling it a success.
It works, guys.
It's a success.
James, can I do a quick rules check as well? If a person is shot, I'm not saying that it's going to be Tom, it's revealed what side they're on, yeah?
No, it's only revealed if they're Hitler or not.
If they're Hitler, okay.
Which Tom is?
I don't. Is this reverse?
No, it's not. I didn't think so.
To be honest, you probably.
I thought that before the game, though. To be fair.
So I'm going to think Tom's going to be my chancellor.
No, no, I don't want it. I don't want it.
You're going to nominate Tom to be the chancellor? Well, the president gets to say who the chancellor is.
Yeah, this honour.
You just vote it down if you don't want it. Okay.
We voting?
Remember, if Tom is Hitler, then it'll be the end of the game. So send yeah or nein. Okay, the votes are in. And I can reveal that Yars to the east, 3, nines to the west.
Look at that face.
2, which
Look
means
at that face.
that Tom is the Chancellor. And unfortunately for the Liberals, Tom is Hitler.
I called it. I called it.
Shouldn't have voted
I
it.
called it.
Nice.
So the fascists
High five,
win.
Mary.
I voted no because he said I don't want to be chancellor. Reverse psychology, so obvious.
No,
I said no as well.
I didn't. I genuinely didn't want to be chancellor because here's what I thought was going to happen. I thought if I'd been nominated as chancellor, I would have got voted down. So I was hoping Mary would like nominate Michael, and because the 3 cards were 3 fascist policies, so it was definitely going to be a fascist policy that got enacted. So I thought, oh, if Michael puts it through, then Mary gets to choose who gets killed, and you kill Michael off. But fine, we can just skip all that, and I'm Hitler.
Now I've got a really weird thing I have to say now. Congratulations, fascists! You have won. You have won this game of Secret Hitler. Hitler now rules for 1,000 years, and nothing goes wrong for him.
I'm just glad that we got drums in. I'm glad that we got rid of all the ice cream, and that we got dogs into the house of every person with an allergy.
Yes.
First, they came for the ice cream. I said nothing, for I was lactose intolerant. So there you go. That's the game. Tom and Mary are the winners of this game.
Ooh, but also congratulations.
I'm not applauding you. I'm not applauding you.
Applaud fascism, damn it!
The prize for winning Board Game Smackdown, and I'd completely forgotten I do this. The prize for winning Board Game Smackdown is you get to do the bucket speech. So there's the details on the board. Tom and Mary, between you, please plug away.
Folks, if you've enjoyed this show, the average cost of a ticket price here on the YouTube can be anywhere from £10 to £12. But here on the free YouTube, we run purely on donations. It was free to get in, but not free to get out. Please donate at paypal.me/BoardGameSmackdown and support all of our starving artists.
There's so much effort that goes into putting these things together, and it's so nice to be able to play around and just have a bit of fun, especially when you're incredibly hungover because you were doing Jaeger bombs all last night because it was an England final. And I just want to say that I can't support my lifestyle of mainly Jaeger bombs alone. So please give all you can when you can. PayPal.me/BoardGameSmackdown. If we've made you chuckle even a little bit, chucking in a little bit of cash would be very much appreciated.
Thank you, fascists. There we go. Can't believe you just didn't make them do it.
Valid.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming to play on Board Game Smackdown today. I really appreciate that. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with more Board Game Smackdown in the future. Or why not check out our many other videos on the channel. There's loads on there, including 2 full series of elimination knockout game board gaming, which is incredibly intense and a lot of fun too. So until next time, my name's James. I like games, and hopefully now you do too. Ta-ra!
Wave over the credits, fellas.